Hey gamers, welcome to PAX East 2014. I'm Rickty Beans Rubino from GAU Studios, and we are joined by Jeremy Gaffney, the president of Carbine. This is excellent. We're going to talk about Wildstar, the newest MMO. How are you doing today?
We're doing good. We just got done doing our panel, so we showed all sorts of brand new stuff out to the world. So we're all kind of geeked up about it. Everybody's sort of running around like caffeine-addled jackrabbits right now, so we're having a good time.
Yeah, it's always a good time. Well, let's start. Why don't you tell us about Wildstar and what it is?
Okay. Wildstar in a nutshell, which is actually a pretty apt place to put Wildstar in. It's a reasonably crazy game. You know, it's a new IP. So we don't get the benefits of Jedis and lightsabers and things people know, and this is cool because we get to invent a world for ourselves. And so there's really high personality, high energy world. It's very colorful. We get to do all sorts of crazy stuff with it. We try to mix in like action combat, fast-paced stuff, good stuff for newbies, and then have it the top level stuff for the hardcore. Raiding, 40-man raids, 20-man raids, war plots, build giant fortresses, capture raid bosses, then we go destroy each other. So trying to mix sort of like the cool stuff that's been done before and then some brand new stuff that no one's ever seen.
That sounds awesome. So tell us a little bit more about how this is going to be set apart from other MMOs.
Sure. So at the base level, combat has to be fun. You know, you're going to play combat a ton in any game, and so combat has to be awesome. What we've done is we take telegraphs. We mark what you're doing on the ground, and then we mark what your enemies are doing on the ground. And then because of that mix, it starts off making it nice and easy. You know, oh, I'm doing this big area of effect attack. And then it gets more complex. You're in a dungeon, so now like you got healing coming in. Oh, I'm going to step over here to get this cool thing. Oh, I'm going to move to this position, line up everyone. And then you get the raids, and that's freaking insane. You got these like massive spirals of death coming out of the bombs. You're jumping around, you're super jumping, you're dodging in and out. It's fun, and it's very frenetic. It's not like sit there and hit 1, 2, 3 in your proper sequence. It's not playing the UI, it's not playing grid. You're trying to actually make the game immersive for everybody, not just the guy trying to do the damage, but your healers, your tanks, your all that. And the goal at the end of the day is to do what's fun. You know, what's fun we double down on, and what's not fun we rip the hell out and we put in something else.
So you talk about changing the game. This game is currently in beta.
Yep.
What is some feedback you're hearing back from players currently?
So we get feedback constantly. One of our mantras is the devs are listening, and so we poll everybody. The random user stepped in our game. I just ran survey data last week. Over 50% rate 5 out of 5 as they come in the game from random newbies entering the game. Next highest scatter rate, 4 out of 5. You got about 30% of people rating 4 out of 5. And then we figure out how to take that last 20% and what the hell do we do to satisfy them.
Yeah.
You know, it's a jaded MMO audience out there, and so being able to do that kind of stuff means you're doing hopefully something right. So we poll people, what works, what doesn't work. You know, where do we need to improve, where do we need to fix. Next patch coming up, 1 month worth of work, 71 pages of patch notes for what's going in. Last patch we did, 1 month worth of work, 91 pages of patch notes. We do a massive amount of stuff, and then we actually, God forbid, communicate with our users and tell them, hey, by the way, here's the stuff we're doing. What do you think? What are we doing right, and what do we suck at? And then you learn.
So you're still kind of figuring out how this game is going to end up. Do you have any goals where you really want to hit before the game comes out?
The goal really has to be, is the game fun or not? And so for us, A, it's polling people to find that out, and B, it's seeing, do people stick in the game? We have a big map that we run. We put basically a little skull wherever, if someone hasn't logged in for 2 weeks, well, where the hell didn't they log in? Where they did it in a dungeon, they're like, this thing stinks, and they left. You look at those collections of skulls, and you can figure out through data exactly where are the boring areas of your game. Hey, maybe this area's too grindy. Okay, rip out kill quest, put in cooler stuff, put in a new mechanic. You tune your game up like that, and that's kind of the secret to success, short and long term. The other thing is make the game modifiable. You can build a house, as a character. You can do war plots, build a whole battlefield, and we use the same kind of tools so we can modify our world really easily. That's what lets us put in such big patches, which lets us have big regular updates. So it's not like wait for 3 months, 6 months patch. Nah, to hell with that. We want to make sure we're doing big updates and on a regular basis so that before you even get a chance to get bored, oh my God, there's a new cool thing coming in, or that thing you thought was meh. No, we're going to rip that out and replace it with something better.
That sounds awesome. Something that a lot of people like are duels. Why don't you tell us a little bit about the duels?
Sure. I'll talk about duels very directly. We just did duel dev, where you get to come in and beat the crap out of a developer. Any wise person will beat Chad Moore up, because he is the head of our lore department, and he is possibly the worst MMO player in our entire team. We hire gamers only, and Chad is our bar, the bottom of which must not be exceeded. He is basically Leroy Jenkins, except louder and a little more chaotic, running around like a madman. And so, of course, the fans just beat the crap out of him. He's lost in every dev match he's ever done on live stream. And so we do duels. because you got to blow off steam and have fun. But then that's an entryway into arenas, 2-man, 3-man, 5-man, practice arenas, rated arenas, battlegrounds, and then of course war plots where you take it up, build your own damn battleground if you don't like ours, and then go fight those head to head. So the goal for us is duels is sort of the entry drug into the entire stream of PvP, and if you want to level up just via PvP, awesome, knock your socks off. You can do that level 6 onwards, bam, you want to see PvP only, no problem.
Wow, that sounds awesome. It's a really immersive universe, completely fleshed out. You can do whatever you want, really. You can carve your own path. What is your personal favorite part about this game?
So carve your own path is a good way to put it. We do a system that hasn't been done before. It's called PAS, where you choose your race. Hey, cool, you're a big rock guy, you're a little vicious hamster dude, pick your race. You choose your class. Hey, I want guns and spells or swords or you name it. But then you choose your path. This is, what kind of player are you? Do you love exploration? You want to find the tallest mountains or follow the rivers from stem to stern? Or are you a socializer? Well, cool. We'll reward the kind of playstyle you like. You want combat? Awesome. You choose to be a soldier. And now about 20-30% of the content switches over to be that kind of content for you. Soldier, you're starting big public events. Giants erupting out of the ground, and everybody nearby gets to dogpile in and fight them. The settlers, you get more social XP for the more people you help out and socialize with. It's that kind of stuff that really lets you customize the game to make it feel like it's about you, when really it's about 20-30% about you, and then the rest is shared with everyone else. You can group and do stuff that everybody gets access to. And so the PAS is probably my single favorite feature of the game. But there's a crap load of stuff. We have not limited ourselves to here is our one feature. War plots, raids, PAS, you name it, combat, etc. We kind of do a little bit of everything.
It certainly is chock full of different experiences. Now, why don't you finish off by telling us when this might be out and where you can get it?
It might be out really specifically on June 3rd.
June 3rd.
Any retailer near you, or come to our website and buy it. If you pre-order now, you get in the beta. Beta's awesome for another reason, because we've done something we call boom boxes. You earn these every day that you're in our beta helping us test, because we need the feedback. We need people in there giving us the data to tell us how to make the game better. So if you come in and test, we give you boom boxes. They explode starting at launch. All the ones you collected start opening up and cool prizes are inside. And so what we're trying to do is really thank players for helping us out and doing the testing, because it's work testing too. It's not just fun, but also you're investing in a character and helping us out. We pay you back with boom boxes. So pre-order the game, rack up boom boxes now, and then it all pays off once the game launches.
Awesome. Well, thank you very much for the interview. That was Jeremy from Wildstar. And this game looks awesome. It is clearly full of tons of content. Make sure you check it out when it comes out on June 3rd. But don't forget to hop in the beta now, because you can get some cool stuff when the game actually does come out. I'd like to thank you again and have fun at PAX.
My pleasure. Good talking to you. Thank you very much.